What's going on, guys? My name is Phil, and welcome to Punch-Out! Had the Wii U turned on, kinda, was like, oh, what have I not played? And I just want to take advantage of the most of what I have for at least the game-wise portion. And this is one that I haven't played on the channel, and I'm not the greatest at it. I've played a lot of it, but definitely not one of the best games. I've turned that up a little bit. I can barely hear it. But, yeah, this is something that I'm going to play for you guys today. It's called Punch-Out. If you guys don't know what it is, you guys need to... First of all, you can go figure out what it is, because it's a great game. But if you guys have played the the Wii one... Oh, gosh. It's mocking my controls in an awkward position. But, you know, whatever. I got this. It's good. But, game is, like, super easy. At the beginning, at least. Later, when you have to, like, fight, like, Mike Tyson and stuff, I don't actually think this is the Mike Tyson variation of it. I think this is the one that's, this is, what's it called? The one that has Mr. Dream in it. So it's not the actual official one, is what I would want to say. If you guys didn't know, Mike Tyson, at the time of this game coming out, I don't remember if it was just he was doing shitty or if he was doing, or something was happening, but for some reason they decided to, like, terminate his contract, and then when they stopped making, they just stopped making the game with him in it. They basically did a palette swap so that they have another guy in there instead of him. Looks just like Mike Tyson. You can, literally, if you were to, like, look at the game and then be like, oh, what is that? Is that Mike Tyson? You probably would. It's just a palette swap, though. I think the only thing they changed is his race. But that was it, and I was like, okay. But honestly, if you're not playing the Mike Tyson version of it, like myself today, I'm playing the normal version. There's probably a better version you could get. I mean, picking up a NES is probably your best bet. Also, he made it out of round 1, which is super weird sometimes. Even, like, rookie players, they can beat Joe. It's not a big deal. Probably because I wasn't throwing enough punches and he wasn't, because I usually counter and then attack, and he just wasn't throwing enough punches. But yeah, they fucked up the game as soon as Tyson was gone. Oh, just that little palette swap and the fact that you're fighting Iron Mike Tyson is probably one of the coolest parts and the appeals of this game. So when, like, they're basically like, yeah, no, you're not fighting him anymore. You're fighting, like, some, like, created, like, Nintendo character that, you know, for God knows what, decided, you know, we're gonna replace him. So, I think it's that. That's his automatic KO, okay. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of reasons. I don't think they'll ever re-release the Mike Tyson portion, or like any future, like, you know, like home console versions of that. I think the reason being is because they just, I don't think they want to pay him some money with it. I mean, this one is, like I said, it's essentially the same palette swap, that's it. And then no one in this generation really knows, like, about this game as much as, like, you would. I mean, even there's seldom people that actually know about the Wii version of it. And while the Wii version is, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit, like, has a higher fun factor on my scale. This one, because I played so many times, I've actually had buddies that come over and they were like, oh, what is this game? And then they would get addicted to it. And I love that. Like, the fact that I can show these retro vintage games to, like, a buddy and stuff like that, and they'll be like, you know, they'll be totally into it. Also, I don't know if they fixed, like, the lag in this game, but and it's not just the game in general. If you guys don't know, when you have a retro vintage console and you play it on an HD TV like I'm doing myself, there's usually a little tiny bit of input lag, which is just normal, but I don't know if they fix it in the Wii U re-releases, because this was purchased from the actual, like, Wii U eShop. It's not, you know, just a direct one on my NES. So I don't know if they fixed the lag on there, or if they just were like, you know what, just port the ROM over there, which just put it on there. Luckily, you know, play on, like, a NES. But yeah, as you can see, I can fairly talk my way through this game. It's, when you start getting, like, the match after this, it starts getting pretty crazy, but, like, this one and the one before this, it's just stupid and, like, easy. I'm surprised they got a hit on either one of them hit me, but I think it's Piston Honda next, which is another thing that Nintendo relabeled in their future games. Like, I think it was Piston, no, they made Piston Hurricane in Super Nintendo, and then the new one, oh god, what did he name him? They changed his name, I think. They might have just changed the spelling, but in the new Wii version, or the newer Wii version, I should say, they gave him the same character. He looks the same, basically. It's just like the Wii version of him. But it's like, it's super weird because, yeah, like as you can tell, my talking will start to like reverberate a little bit slower because in this part you got to kind of focus. But yeah, they give him the same thing. I think they changed his name. They give him like a headband too because, you know, I don't know. They needed to, you know, not get sued by Honda Motors, I think it's called. Which is, I don't know if that was a big deal back in the day. I know that a lot of people got like really upset. There was a lot of stereotyping in these games. Like, for him specifically, he, like, as you can tell, if you look at, like, the little, like, words he says, it's stereotypical Japanese slander, and it's kind of offensive for some of this stuff. And I don't know if it was Nintendo who created this, or if it was, like, Nintendo of Japan, and they just decided, like, oh, you know what, F it. We don't even care if it's a stereotype. We'll just live with it. But a lot of them, like, this game has a stereotype for, like, India. This game has a stereotype for, like, Italy, Germany, with the guy who fought before this, France. Oh, gosh. I think the only one that's not a stereotype is, like, some of the last fights itself. Because at that point, you're fighting people that's, like, Super Macho Man, Mr. Sandman, Mr. Dream. And they're, like, they don't really have a gimmick to them. I mean, like, Super Macho Man's kind of like a surfer dude that's like full of himself, but other than that, I mean, he's not a. He don't use like a stereotypical ethnicity or like a race or anything, and that was one of the things I think, I don't know if upset a lot of people back in the day. Also, Peshkis, because we don't have save files. This is the dude I was telling you about. That's I think it's Italy. I could be corrected. You know, it could be France, it could be whatever. But yeah, as you can tell, rose in the mouth. That kind of stuff. Totally just stereotypes up to everything in this game. They did a good job of just, you know, making fun of everyone, and I hope they will all do that equally, because if you're gonna be a dick, might as well be a dick to everybody at the same time. Also, I don't know if this is really gonna be happening right now. This is happening. Yep. So basically his gimmick is he will continually ask to be punched. When you punch him, he will do a little, like, he'll try and give you a cheap shot is essentially, I think, what they were trying to go for when they made this. If you guys ever noticed that when he gets up, he kind of looks like he has a milk mustache. It's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, his gimmick is hit me, and then I'm gonna use, you know, I'm gonna try and get a cheap shot down. They changed the fights up pretty well because you get rematches with each of them at some points. Oh well, I guess I beat him. Cool. But yeah, it just kind of depends. And honestly, I mean, I wasn't looking forward to making this like some big part. Like it was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a multi-series of Punch-Out. This is really just a kind of chill. And I don't know if I'm gonna even be able to beat King Hippo. Oh goodness, please use the controller. Oh, well, I can find the controller settings while we're at. Let's go back. Yeah, I'll probably end it with King Hippo. He's probably one of the harder individuals. The learning curve just skyrockets here. Because if you guys have never fought King Hippo, it's pretty crazy. You have to learn that he only can be hurt from the waist. And to actually start the actual, like, you know, the being able to, like, hurt him thing, you have to hit him in the mouth. And then if he goes down, he can come back up. Or doesn't go back up. He's completely down. And also, his strikes do like 1/4 of your damage. So if you're not careful, he will kick your ass. That was easier than I thought it was going to be, I'm not going to lie. But he doesn't get up. In the Wii version, he does. I think that's just because it's the Wii version and they wanted to make it different. But yeah, guys, that's Punch-Out so far. If you guys want to see me play more of it, I'm more than happy to. I just got to know if you guys want to watch it. That's the thing. If you guys are just like, I don't give a shiz. I'm trying not to curse as much as I do. Let me know. I mean, if you guys want to keep seeing it, go for it. Other than that, guys, don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have any ideas for games I should play in the future, like this, leave it in the comments below. If you guys can toss me a like, I'll let me know so much. Other than that, guys, make sure to stay classy.